For the past several weeks, things have been different ever since Ultima's birth. You see, you expect female Millennium Goat to start taking care of her child, but instead she just kept her distance. She never even cared to look back at her own son. She wanted a child. I was correct at that time, but she didn't want a son. She wanted a daughter. So instead, I was the only parent who bothered to take care of my only child. She never left. The only real reason why she stayed around because she loved me. And she was hoping that when she was ready to have another kid, she could have her way with me again. There was no way in hell I was going to have another kid with her if she was going to treat her current child as if he was nothing. So, I became the only parent Ultima truly knew in his life. And I realized one day that I've chosen the wrong queen. One day when I returned home after attending the Monster Kingdom, Ultima was asleep, so this was a perfect opportunity to have my first argument with my first wife. Honey, I think we need to talk. Talk about what, Dagon? Why are you keeping your distance away from our son? If I recall, you wanted a son, remember? You wanted a kid, remember? I said I wanted a daughter, not a son. So yes, I did wanted a kid, but I wanted a daughter first, then be interested in having a son. Why are you so interested in having a daughter? I mean, female Godzillas they're more difficult to take care of when they're born. To you, maybe. But me, I knew how to raise a daughter. But since you gave me a son instead of a daughter, I have nothing to do but just sit around and just listen to this thing crying out for me as if it wants my attention. It has a name, you know. Ultima needs you. Ultima? Really? You're gonna give it the name that I suggested for my daughter? Well, that's the name you wanted to have. You said it yourself. I said that if it was a girl, I wanted to be called Ultima, not a boy. Honey, calm down. Don't tell me to calm down. I'm the queen of the monsters. And look at me. I'm the one that basically gave you the title. I'm the one that basically allowed you to become the queen of the monsters. So technically, I am the king. You should be thanking me. Because without me, you would still be a lone female Godzilla searching for a mate. You think you can do whatever you want, Dagon? You really think you can do whatever you want? Of course I can do whatever I want. I'm the king. Look. Just, please, try to start spending time with your son. He needs you. I can't do this all the time. I literally can't do this all the time for you. Like, I love you, but I can't keep doing this. I can't constantly just come back home and expect to be the only parent that's taking care of our son. Could you at least just have it in you to just at least spend time with him? Or at least be there for him until I get home? Please. That's all I'm asking. It gets you to shut up. then fine. I'll at least look after it until you get home. Thank you. Jesus. I knew she was a ruthless Godzilla, but that was different. So, Ultima's mother was ashamed of him, of being a boy? Yeah, she wanted a daughter. I don't know why she wanted a daughter. I felt like she wasn't really telling me the truth on why she wanted a daughter. But one way or another, one day, something new came up to Ultima's life. I'll take over for this part, Dad. Alright. One day when my mother was watching over me, was playing around, then I wanted to play with her, but she just kicked me aside. Why don't you just go play with other baby gods? Why don't you just go play with other Godzillas? I'm not in the mood right now, okay? Didn't know why she hated me so much. But I just did what she told me to do. So I just left and tried to find some kids of my age to play with me. When I got outside, I just felt so lonely. I expected my mother to come with me, at least to watch over me. But instead she didn't. I laid on the ground and started crying. It wasn't until when a group of young Godzillas, they were kids of my dad's friends. They saw that I was sad and offered to play with me. I was so happy. We played for a few hours, but on that day, something was bound to change my life. And you guys are finally going to know the truth on the reason why I really dislike all humans, except for the ones on Paradis. We were playing hide and seek. I was trying to find a good place to hide until I heard screaming. I ran back to my friends to see what was happening. But when I got back, it was too late. If you're wondering what predators killed them, the predators were humans. They were led by this alpha human. They were killing my friends so that way they can harvest them for the skin, for the tough hide and the spines, so they can make weapons to defend themselves from a skull crawler. Then the tribal humans then the leader saw me. Before he could order his minions to attack, the same skull crawler that I mentioned came out of nowhere and started killing these humans. Frozen up in fear, I stood back a little bit. The humans were so focused on trying to kill me that and killing my friends, they wasted a good chunk of their energy. There was no way they could run away or try to escape. But I was the only one who survived the attack. My parents were looking for me until they saw me terrified and afraid. My dad growled at my mother. She growled right back. But I didn't care about that. I've never been the same ever since that day. That reason, and that reason alone, is the only real thing on why I disliked all humans, except for the ones on Paradis. My life was never the same. On that day, I decided that the humans, if they were going to kill mankind and think they were going to get away with it, someday when I'm older, I'll come to them and I'll kill them all.